Hey guys, it's Stephen Freeborn, freeborntrainingsystems.com, and real quick, I want to talk to you about why knowing what your values and what your identity is, what the narrative is, you tell yourself about yourself, knowing that is so important to ultimately being able to achieve your goals. Whether that be in life or in business or in fitness. In my particular realm, we're talking about fitness, which is being stronger, being leaner, being healthier. Is because ultimately your values and your beliefs are going to dictate your behaviors on a daily basis, and your behaviors on a daily basis are going to dictate what you're able to achieve in whatever particular endeavor, in this case fitness. So a lot of people tend to do the opposite though. They tend to start at the goal. How many pounds do you want to lose? What body fat percentage do you want to have? What kind of bench press numbers do you want to put up? And then they try to craft these behaviors to accomplish those things, and a lot of the times the behaviors are anathema to what their values and what their identity is. So you have somebody who's never worked out before in their life who wants to bench press 300 pounds and lose 20 pounds of fat, but doesn't really see themselves as an athlete. That's their narrative. You know, I'm not athletic, I've never been athletic, I'm not someone who goes to the gym. How the hell are they supposed to do the things that are necessary on a daily basis to accomplish those goals, such as go to the gym, such as be athletic, such as eat the right foods to fuel an athletic body? You see where I'm getting at? So a lot of the times what I do as a coach isn't so much as telling people what they need to do to execute. It's about helping them realize and get some self-awareness about where they are right now. What do you value? What are your priorities? What things are important to you? And then what's your identity? Who do you see yourself as? What's the narrative you tell yourself about? Tell yourself about yourself. And then once you establish that, all of a sudden the behaviors, what you do on a daily basis, suddenly makes sense. And then we can set realistic expectations about what goals are you really going to be able to achieve. Yes, can doing things on a daily basis, doing behaviors, trying to force yourself to do certain things, ultimately lead to changing your identity. Yes, but that's a lot more difficult, and a lot of times it's unsuccessful with most people. It first starts with, let's address your issue of identity. Let's address your issue with values. I don't care if you don't value having a six-pack. That's not an issue. But if you're somebody who wants to have a six-pack, but yet you value immediate gratification, tasty foods, and enjoying every new restaurant that opens up in your town, it's going to be really hard to resolve those two things. So you're going to have to start telling yourself a new narrative, and you're going to have to start setting some new values and priorities. Values and priorities are flexible. Just because you set them now as being this doesn't mean you can't change them later on down the road. But if right now you want to achieve a six-pack, you're going to have to change your values, you're going to have to change your self-identity, you're going to have to change the narrative you tell yourself about yourself. So, for example, if you're somebody who wants to bench 300 pounds, but views themselves as someone who's not athletic, who doesn't work out, who isn't a gym guy, you're going to have to start telling yourself a story that you are someone who can be athletic, you are working on your way to being somebody who does go to the gym. That's going to give you the ability to start going to the gym on a daily basis, doing it consistently and long enough to actually get to your goal of bench pressing 300 pounds. So I know this is like kind of meta, and it takes a little bit of introspection, and you're going to have to develop some self-awareness, but it's vitally important. Having a coach makes it a lot easier because they can be the kind of the mirror, so to speak. They can reflect things back at you, but you can do it on your own. If you just very simply take stock of what your goals are. How long have you been chasing those goals? Have you been able to achieve any of them? Probably not. So start looking at your daily behaviors. Why do your daily behaviors not match up with your goals? Well, more than likely it's because you view yourself as this person and you value this, this, and this. Okay? So we need to resolve that. Do I need to change the goal to something that aligns with my identity and my values, or something that's more realistic with my values and my identity? Or do I need to start working on telling myself a new narrative? Do I need to work on rearranging my values and priorities in the meantime, or for a time being, or for indefinite, depending on who you are and what your situation is, so that you can start doing the things you need to do on a daily basis so you can achieve that goal. I know it sounds like very convoluted, but really as a coach, that's a lot of times what it comes down to when you're really trying to help people change their behaviors and ultimately get to where they want to be in life. It first starts with establishing a good point A. And not just a good point A of fitness or a good point A of health, but a good point A of self-awareness of who you are, and then trying to draw the line between that and who they want to be, and whether that's a realistic picture of that. If you guys have any questions about this, please, I'd love to hear your thoughts and your comments. Send me a text message at 417-540-8870. Get at me at Snapchat at Steven.Freeborn, Instagram at StevenFreeborn.cpt. And if you guys want to just chat about maybe your kind of issues with, your goals, your narrative, your identity, your values, your behaviors on a daily basis, the difficulties you're having, I'd be happy to talk with you guys about it. You can shoot me an email at sfreeborn7@gmail.com. But until then, I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.